Okay, thanks folks for coming. We're here to announce the first indictment under the new burglary theft task force. This involves a woman named Amber Turner, who's been indicted on 2 counts of burglary in the first degree, one theft of burglary in the third degree, another count of burglary of theft in the second degree, and possession of a burglary tool. So let me see if I can get those right one time. 2 counts of burglary in the first degree, a count of theft in the third degree, another count of theft in the second degree, possession of a burglary tool. This involves a break-in that happened on November 13th at about 3:30 in the morning at Mary Jane's House of Glass in Southeast Portland. Police received a report that 3 people were burglarizing the shop. When officers arrived, they contacted Ms. Turner. She denied any involvement. She had a backpack and a tote bag, which police reported in the PC affidavit had merchandise from the store inside. There were other people caught on video who were also entering this store. Part of the reason we're here is to ask the public's help in identifying who these other people are. So that's the hits, runs, and errors on that. We're going to have Sergeant Tom Namba from the Portland Police Bureau, who's helping lead this task force. He's going to show you the video and sort of describe what's happening.
Hi, thanks for your time. I'll show the video. Feel free to ask questions at the end. I don't know how to make this thing play, but whoever does. So what you'll see as this plays is just surveillance footage from inside of the store. There's the individual already mentioned, his face blurred because we don't need to identify her, and there's no reason to show that. And then it shows 2 other individuals assisting in this this crime, and you'll be able to see them in various different positions as they're committing the crime. The video is about 3 minutes long.
And again, you can impression link of this later too. Takes about 30 seconds for it. Again, gentlemen, welcome.
This is one of the males that we're asking the public's help to identify for us. And you'll see him open the door and facilitate the entrance of another male that we're looking to identify as well. That's the second male that we're hoping to identify. And I'll just say, as this is playing, that we have information that will be released in terms of contacting us and reporting tips or information. Anything small or large can be helpful to investigations, so don't feel silly about reporting something small or secondhand that you think will help us in this investigation. And we're extremely grateful for any cooperation and help from you all and the public.
What are they taking right now?
Pipes and merchandise like that, it looks like. We don't have necessarily everything stolen recovered, so it'd be hard to account one for one.
So that would be Amber, who's the one that has committed the face blur?
No, that's another unidentified female. Amber was arrested.
So why is her face blurred? I don't understand.
Because she's been arrested now.
Oh, okay.
There's laws in place that we can't show someone.
Understood. I just thought Amber was the only one that was, okay.
Yeah, just to be clear, how many people are involved in this that you are aware of?
I don't know that we can speculate how many are involved. We know of at least 4 individuals that are involved, but it'd be hard to say.
2 arrested at this point.
1 arrest made, is my understanding.
Okay, so the person with the face blur has not been arrested?
We're not looking to identify her at this time.
So there you go. Unless you had anything else?
Nope,
we'll have
or
Alex.
questions?
Alex Garcia, Deputy District Attorney.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexander Garcia. I'm the Deputy District Attorney that's assigned to the Burglary Task Force. This is the first official case of the Burglary Task Force. I'm excited about this case. It shows the collaboration of the Multnomah County District Attorney's Office aggressively prosecuting this case with, our partners. That would be Portland Police Bureau here. As we stated in the press conference, just last week, Gresham Police Department, the Port of Portland Police Department, and the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office are all on board for this burglary task force. Ms. Turner, she has been indicted with aggressive charges, 2 counts of burglary in the first degree, 1 count of theft in the second degree, and 1 count of theft in the third degree. There was a question earlier about products that she's taking. She's taking, or this group is taking bongs, pipes, anything really that they can get their hands on and quickly. This is a common thing that we see in Portland of breaking into a business and taking really anything and everything that they can find quickly and get out. As part of the collaboration, we are asking for the public's help in identifying the remaining individuals in this incident. Not only identifying them for this incident, but also tying them to any possible other incidents that we can aggressively prosecute them for those incidents as well. Yes, so other businesses, we do have contact that we can share in terms of contacting the law enforcement partners to send them an email, hey, this happened to me, and then the law enforcement partners can do the investigation.
What's the total cost of the break-in?
I don't have that number at this point. Restitution is something that we want to make sure victims are made whole. So as part of the case, I will be having discussions with the victims of how much to a window or product was taken so that we can ask that as part of a sentence. I don't have that figure at this time.
No drugs or money, or marijuana or money were taken?
It was only pipes and like vaporizers.
What, how did they get in with something smashed?
Yeah, you can see in the video, there's a window that's broken.
So at the very beginning, the first male subject enters. It appears that he uses a tool of sorts that has not been identified to pop open the window and then shimmy his way through. He essentially crawls up, as does the female in this video, and enters that way.
Was it broken or just moved?
It appears broken.
What time of day, night was this?
It was early morning, 3:45, 4 o'clock.
Suppose we could look, but this is a pretty fast, even if they had a burglary alarm activated, I don't know if they did, or were even monitoring their cameras in real time. This happened within, what, a matter of moments, a couple minutes?
That's common, and that is correct. It's a matter of seconds, minutes. That is something that I see on a majority of my cases. Quickly enter, take product, and leave.
Is this case number 1, or is this the first, you said this is the first case you guys had an indictment on, was this the first case that was handed to you guys for this? And just kind of, how big of a case is it? It's pretty short and small, I guess.
Sure. Short and small in terms of duration for the video doesn't mean that it's going to be a small case. As I've had in the past, this could be linked to other cases. There was a burglary ring that was prolific to Multnomah County that it came in with one incident that was very short. It was roughly the same amount of time, and that turned out to be more than 50 incidents of burglary. If that's the case here, like I said before, we will aggressively prosecute those and make sure that no stone is left unturned. To answer your question, this is the first official case that has been indicted for the burglary task force.
Well, how is this different from the retail theft task force?
So these are going to hit more of your mom and pops locations. You have the other big sale businesses that it is frequent flyers at your big name businesses. This is your mom and pops that we're focusing on at this time.
Is it generally different types of actors that are doing these versus the retail theft?
I don't have that information because I'm assigned to the burglary task force, which is focused on these serial people with mom and pop shops.
I don't know if you can speak to this, are marijuana shops easy targets?
I don't know if they're easy targets, they do seem to be common targets.
Common targets, I guess.
I think there's probably a misconception.
Can we,
Yeah,
if you are.
Yep. Careful with this one. It's sliding down.
A lot of it's just speculative, data comes in all sorts of varieties, and it's hard to understand necessarily what the causation of the data is. marijuana stores are pretty common locations. I think from my perspective, there's probably a speculation on the part of these actors as to what they could gain from these locations. I don't know that that actually aligns with reality. OLCC governs a lot of laws that dictate, locking up of product like you mentioned earlier, and so it makes it sort of challenging for them to take that product.
This didn't seem as sophisticated as we've seen some other videos, as far as we saw those actors not using gloves, they're not masked. Have you guys run prints? What are you doing to kind of tackle the evidence that may have been left behind?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's something that we're working through as this task force gets off the ground. Since inception, it's one of my goals, is to streamline how we can do things from a reality-based process with forensic evidence processing, right? We have somewhat limited resources as a city, and we're triaging where those go. So one of our conversations is how many of these burglaries will get a full forensic response opposed to other crimes, and how we're balancing that. I can't tell you whether or not we have any returns on forensic evidence that was obtained at this scene necessarily, but it is a conversation that we talk about repeatedly with Portland Bureau.
And just, sorry, a follow-up for Sergeant Yamba. Police data from Portland Police shows that burglaries are down 13%.
Sure.
Why focus resources, as you mentioned, limited resources on tackling this when we have other livability crimes such as, prostitution up nearly 90% and arson and other things that we're seeing upticks in?
That's a good question. I think DA Vasquez spoke about this a little bit in press conference 7-10 days ago. My perception when I was asked to take this team on or to start this is that community, the local area residents that use them, community that comes here to also not only participate in businesses but to start businesses. And I think for a long time we haven't had the ability to focus on that because we've been focusing on other things, as you mentioned. So I guess all that to say, I feel personally like it's important to the longevity of our city and our community, particularly as DA Garcia mentioned, ma and pa stores where this is maybe their entire livelihood tied into a location. And so something like this, while it may not seem like a big deal, could cripple this, these owners, and we don't want to see that happen either.
Tom, maybe you can also just comment too, like on any case, these have nexus to other crimes, right? And so you might be just nailing somebody for this, but it can have a bigger impact, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what we talk about quite a bit. DDA Garcia and I, is looking into these chronic repeated serial offenders where we know that there's spillage into other things. And we, I think, understand that we are not going to be able to solve every burglary in the city of Portland, but if we can sift through those and find the crews that are chronically offending and chronically victimizing people, then we can, impact huge swaths of the community with selected enforcement.
With the arrest in this case, did it come as a result of investigating this specific case, or did you come up on one of the suspects or information about the suspects through a different case?
I can answer that.
Yeah.
So in this case, there was contact almost immediately, shortly after this, with Ms. Turner. She was arrested, and as such, since it was so close to the store, they were able to pull the surveillance. It was essentially the domino pieces that were perfect fell into place, so it was launched. What I do as part of this burglary task force is I look at the custodies that come into the Multnomah County District Attorney's Office. And I saw this case, saw that there was more than one individual, but only one person had been identified. So as such, I reached out to the burglary task force, and here we are.
Is Ms. Turner homeless?
I don't have that information at this time.
We don't see her in the video, though.
She's not in the video,
So
correct.
how do you guys link her to this crime?
There is more surveillance, but given that she has been arrested, and our goal today is to identify the remaining 3 people, we are releasing this at this time.
Any tips to small businesses so that would-be bong nappers can also have their thefts go up in smoke?
Report. It is make either online reporting, call 911, but report. What we have experienced since the last few years is people that are frustrated, rightfully so, that this is happening to them time and time again. Report so that something can be done about it.
What funding is your task force using?
Oh, that's above my pay grade. I don't have that information.
Are you asking other small business owners to take a look at this video in hopes that perhaps they've seen these people in their security cameras?
That is correct. So I have found in my experience that oftentimes they'll wear similar clothing, and I will watch a lot of surveillance, and I will piece together a bigger case, whether that be, cheetah print pants, or a style of shoes, or a unique mask. I will go through, and I'll piece together hey, this is happening here, it happened there, and then we have a case that we run with.
And then is there underreporting? Are there times when small businesses don't report the crime?
I think people in Portland are frustrated with burglaries. Things are changing, and I'm happy to lead this burglary task force to continue that change.
Is the shop owner willing to talk to us, do you know?
I don't have that information.
I doubt you can say this, but is Ms. Turner talking about the other people involved?
I don't have that information either. The case has just been launched. It was indicted recently. We will approach every avenue we can to make sure that others are identified.
Okay, anybody else? Going? Anything else you guys want to wrap with?
No, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
You don't want to wrap? Sorry. You can do a wrap without that, I'm sure.
Christine, when we had the news conference, we talked about it, just using it as a resource,
Okay.
but everybody's pitching it a little bit.
Work that one in.